Where was she all this time? Ten years in the making. When I heard that theme tune play in this movie, I got taken 10 years back to the first Avengers movie, hit with nostalgia and a great new cinema experience that has never really been done before. And that is, of course, seeing a multi-selection of superheroes or characters of importance or relevance in one movie. 10 years later, here we are with Avengers Infinity War, and it's coming to a close. Without further ado, let's get into the review. So, let's go. What do we have in the bowl? Now, I've added two little categories to the selection, and that is any memorable quotes and how could it be better. These are things that should have been in the bowl from the beginning of this channel, but I just completely forgot to put them in. Anyways, let's go. What am I picking up first without looking? Cinematography and visual effects. Cinematography and visual effects, I'm not going to waste any time on this. It was A1, especially the visual effects. What I would like to focus on regarding the visual effects is those strange planets that Thanos visited. Like, you know, with the red skies and purple skies. Amazing. And with the cinematography to pair with that, we had these long duration, wide angle shots to let us soak in the moment, soak in the scenery. I loved it. I loved it. And Thanos himself, as you know, he's a CGI character, but he looked amazing most of the time. His eyes, his micro expressions, his emotion, but yeah, especially those eyes, like, they didn't look fake. I don't know how they did it, but man, excellent. That flawlessly handled cinematography and visual effects. Next up, we've got how could it be better? Why did I put this in here? How could Avengers Infinity War be better? How could it be better? I'm not sure. I'm stumped. But that's the thing, is, you know, like I said, all these characters coming together, that's just so unusual for the history of Hollywood. So to pull it off, I wouldn't say flawlessly, but damn near perfectly, is going to be a very challenging task. And this is not a perfect movie for one gripe that I have, maybe two. But how could it be better? I really don't know. I can't believe I'm saying that. I don't have an answer, but I don't know how it could be better. Moving on. Ooh, what's this? Story and dialogue. That's a good one. What I'd like to focus on regarding the story and dialogue is Thanos himself. That's all I want to talk about, to be honest. Thanos. I don't read comics, don't really know about Thanos like that. All I know is that he's a big purple guy with a ball bag of a chin, and he wants all the Infinity Stones to achieve a mission. I wasn't sure what that mission was. In the trailers, they make him look like a mindless guy who's just going on a tyrant or tirade to take over the universe or whatever. But I cannot believe how well they humanized Thanos. Man, he's got heart. Another great Marvel villain, Thanos himself. I thought it was just a big, hench, purple dickhead coming to, you know, show that he's the boss of the universe, but no. He has a mission with meaning, and for some strange reason I can relate with him and understand what he's trying to do. And even agree. It's fucked. Am I bad for that? Is something wrong with me? Anyways, this is a non-spoiler review, but Thanos, honestly, he was humanized way more than I expected. By humanized, I don't mean that makes him a weak or shit villain, no. I mean, my human emotions made me connect and resonate with this villain. And like they say, the best villains are the ones who see that they're doing the right thing in their own world or in their own twisted way. They see that they are doing what needs to be done even though others can't see it or agree with it. And Thanos, man, honestly. Whew. As for Thanos though, on the flip side, there's something I'm confused about. Now, like I said, I don't read the comics, I don't know nothing about Thanos that much. But I do know he's supposed to be strong, very strong. In the trailers, this is not a spoiler as it was in the trailers, you saw Captain America struggling with Thanos' hand in the gauntlet. But previously in the movie, there's another character that Thanos goes hand to hand with, who was also very strong. And Thanos did not struggle with him one bit, which was hilarious. And it happens very early on. I was surprised Thanos knew how to throw those hands. He's not just about the gauntlet and shooting you with the gems. Nope. He will throw hands if he needs to. But, yeah, that's what I was confused about. Thanos' power level. Like, should people even be touching him? The way I've seen Thanos portrayed, what I know of him, is that he should be kind of an untouchable being. But, I don't know. That's what I'm going to say. Dialogue. Dialogue was great all round, but I'm not going to focus on that. I just don't want to even lightly tread into spoiler territory. There's only one line I'm going to say regarding dialogue, and that's with the new category I added, which was any memorable quotes. It's not really a spoiler, but my accent will give it away. You'll see. So what's this? Was I ever bored? I have to say that yes, I was. I was bored. I'm not spoiling, don't worry, relax. I was bored. This is also in the trailers. From the intro was great. Something happened after that. And up until it got to the battle in Wakanda, or the Avengers arriving in Wakanda, I was bored between those bits. I cannot explain it any better without spoiling, but if you've watched the movie, you know what I'm talking about. That's just where I was bored. The rest, I loved. Loved in terms of pacing, flawless. Moving on. Speaking of the devil, action and pacing. Action and pacing. I feel like I got what I wanted out of this. That Black Panther couldn't give, and that was choreography. Choreographers and stuntmen in this, or stunt doubles in this, were just better. And obviously because of the bigger budget. Better CGI, better choreography. The action and pacing, honestly man, it was epic scale action. And I loved it. It was a spectacle, wonderful. There's one thing though, also in the trailers, Thanos has these like henchmen, his right hand men and a woman. They were a bit sloppy. The best one of them was Ebony Maw. Ebony Maw, he's like Doctor Strange's equivalent, he's a wizard or whatever, he can do magic spells and all that. He was the best of them. The rest I didn't really care for. I did like that woman though and her look, but I think they slipped on her choreography as well. She should have been badass, like crazy badass, but didn't happen. Did I just put it back in? Yes, I did. Action and pacing. So yeah, moving on. Actors and casting. This is a massive movie, so I'm not going to go over all the actors and casting, no way. But again, I'm going to focus on Thanos, who was just such a highlight for me. Josh Brolin as Thanos did a flawless performance. When you wanted to see pain in his eyes, you saw that pain. When you wanted to see ridicule in his eyes, you saw that. When you wanted to see joy, sadness, peace even, Josh Brolin presented that with his face, his voice acting. And I don't know if the CGI is, you know, that I'm sure he must have done actions in real life and then CGI was, you know, complementing what he did in real life, but he even gave his body to his performance, I would say, if that's how it worked. I'm not sure, but surely it must have been. It can't all be CGI, can it? days. Audio and editing. That soundtrack. That soundtrack. That's what I gotta say. Editing. Actually, as for the editing, I did notice something a bit strange with this Marvel movie. It's different. It's definitely a different movie. I don't know how to explain it. It's just different from the other MCU movies. Like, the movie had these weird crossfades, and I'll show you what a crossfade is now if you know what I'm talking about. So I'm here, and then now I'm here. So that was a crossfade, and that's a transition, and the movie had quite a bit of them, and I'm not sure why. That's not really the style I've been seeing in these Marvel movies, but it was a lot in this one for some reason. But yeah, that's all I noticed. Any memorable quotes? Hell yes. What was it again? Something like, where was she all this time? Why was she up there all this time? Yeah, figure out who that is, I'm sure you know, but that's my memorable quote for Avengers Infinity War. And last but not least, would I watch again? That's my last question for myself. Yes, I would watch again, but you know what? I was invited to watch it again on the same day I already watched it, but for a 3D IMAX screening, and my friend got me that ticket. And because the movie is 2 hours 30 and I felt a bit tired, I turned it down. I'm gonna get into my rating now. Avengers Infinity War for me is a 4 out of 5. I didn't find it mind-blowingly epic. It was a great movie, but I didn't find it epic. And that actually makes me think now. That reminds me, what could make this movie better? I think it goes without saying that this movie is gonna have some deaths. Yeah, it's gonna have some characters dying. I feel like if the writing or the story didn't play around with who is dead and who's not, the movie would be better for me. Like, if you're gonna kill someone, kill them. Don't be playing around with them, because it just takes me out of it. The stakes, it makes me think like, you know. And another thing, Thanos says one line, I'm not gonna spoil it, he says one line that I thought was out of character, and that's towards the end. That's what I'm gonna say. So, those are the reasons why I feel like this movie is not 5 out of 5 for me. It's not epic. It was great, but not epic. It had epic scenes, but overall, I can't call it epic. And one reason why it just can't be a 5 out of 5 for me as well is because it's kind of inconclusive. Not to say that's a bad thing, but it's obvious, and we all know it's setting up part 2. It's setting up Avengers, whatever the title is going to be, part 2. It's setting up Avengers 4, it's setting up the next part of the story. It is setting up the sequel. I cannot explain it any better than that. And because that's it just can't, an inconclusive movie to me cannot be 5 out of 5. Yes, it can have an ambiguous ending, but this is not ambiguous. We know more is coming after this. So, you know, the way it ends, I didn't have a problem with it, but it was quite abrupt. And I like that ending, you know what? I like that ending, and I hope that they're smart enough to continue the next movie right off where this one ended. That would be quite cool and create like a seamless flow into the next movie. But guys, that's my review for Avengers Infinity War. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a treat for my eyes. It was awesome to see Thanos touch down on Earth and wreck shit. Show that he's about business everywhere he goes. And it's not just, oh, I've got muscles and I'm strong, I'm gonna take over the universe. No. Deep down within Thanos, there's stuff you can agree with, relate with, understand. I love Thanos, man. I love Thanos. That's my review, guys. Thank you for watching. Peace out.